Welcome, friends, family, new friends, old friends. Welcome. The very first episode of The Man Behind the Beard. I am your host, Nick Breezy. I am the host, the confidant, the therapist, the transparency person, the honest person, whatever you want to deem me as. I am that person for my show. I wanted to do this show to give men, boys, young men, maybe even women, a safe place to kind of come in and hear me out, hear my story, and maybe there is somewhere in my stories, right, where there is some type of relation that you may share with me. You know, you might be going through a similar situation that I did so many years ago, or so many months ago, that that you can relate to, and you might be able to find a new blueprint, a new way to guide yourself in order to get out of the situation, or how to better the situation, or however you see fit. The true purpose of the show is to show growth, is to give different perspectives, allow new perspectives to be given, to be shown, to be exhibited, to allow new thought processes to become available, not just to myself but to you as well. H.O.T. Shout out to my boy, to my guy David and his wife Whitney. They gave me that acronym. Please, no copyright infringement. I told you, I don't have no money. But H.O.T, right? Honest, open, and transparent. That's the big part of the show. Big part of this whole thing, of this whole journey that I'm going to take you guys on with me. Being honest, H, right? Being open, O, and last but not least, transparency, T. All of those three elements are needed to be a human being. I feel like to be an open person, to be a non-robotic, nonchalant person. Those three things are desperately needed in order for growth, in order for for you to have new enlightenment, for you to have new ideas. Those things are pertinent in life as a whole. So how do we get here? How do we get here to being hot, right? Some months ago, I was given the idea that, maybe my life needs to be talked about a little bit more. Not that it's like fully comedy or comedic, but it needs to be talked about a little bit more. And maybe, just maybe, somebody out there might need my help. But who am I? I'm just a regular black dude from Chicago that's in the Navy. But there might be somebody out there that might need my help, who might be struggling with something, who might, need some type of guidance from this random black dude that is starting a podcast, So here I am. I wanted to allow men, young women, to have a place to be vulnerable, to have a place to be, in touch with themselves, their own feelings and emotions, to be able to, know that it's okay to be going through whatever it is that you're going through. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You may not see it right then and there, but there is a light at the end of that tunnel. We all struggle with different things, different aspects of life that, that we don't feel that there is, light, or that light is coming anytime soon. But I promise you, it may take a little bit of time, but depending on the situation, of course, it may take a little bit of time, but that light is there. The end of that tunnel is there. I've seen it. I've been through it. I know it to be true. I've been through a lot of things, maybe not as comparable to someone else that's been through, other struggles in life, but as far as like romantics, or romance, I should say, romance, depth, just honesty, trust, loyalty, you name it. I kind of been through it, at least on the personal aspect of it. And I want to share those things with y'all. And sharing those experiences, sharing those times, sharing those intimate things, it might be, kind of like, oh, bro, like, why you talking so much? Like, why you telling your business and things like that? And I get it though, like a lot of us like to keep things close to the chest, right? Like, something that's just not people worthy. Your testimony isn't to be told to everybody, not like on a worldwide platform, you know what I mean? But I think that by not telling testimonies, by not telling your story, your opinions, your experiences, you might be you're doing a disservice to not only to yourself, because it could be therapeutic, but you're also doing a disservice to someone that you don't even know, that's miles and states away from you. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to go on this journey and to just be okay with knowing, like, you're gonna see some tears, you're gonna see some intimate stories, you're gonna hear some intimate stories, you're gonna feel like, damn, how could he, or damn, why did he do that? You know what I mean? But I promise you it's okay, because I survived it. I'm here. I'm a better person from it. But throughout this process, there will be times where, you'll hear the different perspectives from other people. Let's put it like that for now. You'll hear the different perspectives, and you'll understand, like, maybe, why I was the villain in this person's story, or how I grew from it, and how I am today, and how my teachings, or what I've learned at least, how I tell them to my youngins. Because if you don't know, I got three young boys I'm helped raise, and you see I said help raise, 3 young black boys, 9, 5, and 1.5. And we live in a world today, a society today, where it's not the best time for black men. And hopefully once they're older, it might be a better time for us. But for right now, I have to give them the tools and the time to help them grow, and to make sure they don't fall into the same bad habits, same, I don't know, I guess, rabbit holes that I fell into, because I didn't, as great as my mom was, it was a lot of things that she didn't teach me. And I don't want to do that to my sons. I don't want to not teach them, about romance, about love, about vulnerability, about not being a computer, about not shutting down, about knowing what you know, about learning yourself. And that was something I wasn't really taught as a youngin coming up. Like I said, as great as my mom was, there was things that she missed the mark on, but that's okay though. It's okay, because I don't think she knew how to do certain things, so therefore she couldn't teach me. I don't know if she had the capacity to really capacity, or maybe even the capability of teaching me certain things. So therefore, if she doesn't know, how can she teach me? But now that I know, a young 37 black man in this world, like I said, help raising 3 boys, it's my duty, it's my responsibility, it's my obligation to them to help them be better people, be better men, not just for themselves, but for a future, significant other. And I want them to be able to know that they can come to me for anything and everything. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to that part, because I made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I fumbled a lot. I have, dropped the bag, as they say. I've done those things. But again, we live and we learn. You know what I mean? And that's why I bring this show to you guys. I bring this to help in any way I can. I was at this. I don't know how familiar you guys are, but I was at this black trivia thing where they ask you questions about different black trivia stuff, like what was the name of the building manager in Good Times, Bookman. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so it's black trivia, and so I went there, and the DJ, or the host at least, he was telling his story about like how he is where he is, and how he quit his job, and how people said he was crazy for quitting his job, and for wanting to develop this game and taking on tour and be how he is now. People said he was crazy, but in the midst of people saying that, his now DJ, he was trying to get put on to be like a really, really great DJ, and they met each other and connected in California, and they been bonded ever since, and now they tour together doing this whole black trivia thing. But the one thing that stuck with me that he said was he was following in God's path, and you'll be blocking somebody's blessing if you don't follow in his footsteps and path that he's paving for you. And that automatically clicked kind of for me, that I didn't want to be blocking someone's blessing. I didn't want to be blocking someone's someone's help. I didn't want to do that. I think there's a stigma that people think going to therapy is like you're crazy, or you just too stressed out or something like that. But that's really not the case. Really not the case at all. People go to therapy because it helps. Like, therapy helps. But this platform right here, it might be the therapy that someone needs and that they can't afford therapy. You know what I mean? Or they're embarrassed by therapy, and so now they have a space, a channel, where they can be vulnerable, where they can maybe be able to now jot down their feelings and their emotions and get whatever they need to get out. And I promise you, if there's ever a question or any type of comment or whatever about anything I say or do, please feel free to ask. Feel free to say it. I will be open with you guys. I'll be honest. I'll be transparent. And like I say, I just want to go on this journey with you guys, and I think overall it allowed me to be more vulnerable, more emotionally available. Not be so stone cold, and I'm not really all of those things now, but that's how I used to be. I used to be not emotionally available. I used to be very nonchalant. I used to be very, cold in a sense. And I think a big part of me, I was having a conversation with someone last week that for the longest of time, I didn't know how to love me. I didn't know what I needed out of relationships. I didn't. I didn't know if I, needed to be, hugged, or, I didn't know what I needed from a woman to help allow me to feel better about whatever it is going on, that me and that person was going through. I just did not know. And sometimes even to this day, I still don't know like what I need. I know it feels good, but I don't know if that's what I need. I feel like I've been very, very independent when it comes to like what I need and how to self-soothe a lot. So I don't really know what I need, and I think that's what makes the relationships I've been in kind of difficult, where the woman hasn't been able to, take care of me, because I feel like I can just take care of myself. Like I don't need you to do certain things. Like, for example, like I think it's somewhat misogynistic in a way to allow, my significant other, person, whoever, serve me food. I feel like I'm handicapped. I don't like I don't like feeling handicapped. So, like I'll just tell her, I would tell her, I have told her, like, don't worry about like I got, like I'll fix my own plate, like I'm good. Or if she, is done with her food and she see I'm done with my plate, and she'll say, like I'll take the plate from you and put it in the sink or something. And I don't like, again, I like feeling handicapped. So I was like, no, like I got it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I guess it's not misogynistic, but I don't like feeling handicapped. I feel like I can do a lot of everything on my own. I'm very self-sufficient. I'm very like capable of doing a lot of stuff on my own. I never knew how to really let go and just let, my person in that season, allow them just to be. And it's been difficult. It's been very, very difficult. And again, I think it goes back to the whole thing of like the women that I've encountered throughout my life that are significant in my life, at least in a romantic sense. I never knew how to love me, and I never knew how to allow them to love me, because I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't know how to, tell myself what I needed and wanted. And so therefore it was difficult for them, I believe, to do that. And it's been kind of hard a little bit. So how does that how have I grown knowing these things? Well, I guess I haven't, because I still acknowledge it to this day. But I guess that's the growth, right? Of being self-aware of the thing that you need and don't need or don't want or whatever, or what makes you tick or whatever. Maybe that is the growth in it, right? Maybe. But I know I need to come out of that. I know I need to allow my person, my significant other, be them, and allow them to just love me. And like I said, it's hard sometimes. It's really, really hard. For those of you that, I guess maybe like a big part of this audience that don't know me yet, at least, there was a time where, I was probably worse than your worst comic book character. To be honest. And maybe to some of those people that I used to date, they'll probably say I was worse than the worst. And you would never probably think that, knowing me, knowing my personality, knowing, like who I am, you never would think that. But I used to be a very horrible person. And to some, or maybe to one that I could think of right now, I probably am the most horrible person on the planet. And, knowing that, having that realization that you are the villain, is you have to settle in that. You have to be okay with knowing that you are the villain. You know what I mean? And you have to make the conscious decision to not ever want to be the villain ever again. Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to be a villain to somebody, because you can't satisfy everybody. Relationships don't work out for one reason or another. So you're going to be the villain probably to somebody. But I guess the essence of it, the goal of all of this is to how to not be the villain, how to not, carry yourself in a way that, in a relationship at least, or through life as a whole, to where you're not seen as the villain. But if you are, that it's okay to be the villain. It's okay. Because we're not perfect. No one walking this earth's surface is perfect. I don't know how to be less transparent. I said going into this podcast that I would, like my life is your life. You know what I mean? Like what I know in this noggin will be what you know. And how to really determine like how the next steps of moving forward, the next steps of being better, the next steps of being great. One of my biggest idols is Superman, and one of the things that kind of gets me in the gym is, like if I'm tired and I'm sweating, I'm drenched and everything, I tell myself Superman doesn't give up, so you shouldn't give up. So it kind of just makes me go a little bit harder, right? It makes me go a little bit harder, but yet I'm still tired. Even though I'm telling myself in my head that like, no, like Superman does not give up, bro. So you cannot give up. And that's kind of like the mindset that I go with each and every day now. When I'm feeling tired, when I'm feeling weary, when I'm stressed out about something, when I'm overthinking about something. Like I kind of leave it not only just to God, but I also like think about it in that character sense of, well, how will Superman do this? And, you're stronger than this, get up, be better. And that's kind of how I carry on and learn from the things that I have done in my life thus far. 16, well, I'm 37, so 21 years I've been dating. Been married, had kids, all types of shit, right? Like, done all types of dumb shit. And those are aspects of all of this that you'll get to know, get to view. And, it might be something you might be like, damn, I didn't know he did that. Damn, fuck. But I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that guy anymore. And I am in a position now where I know that I can't save the world alone. I can't save the world alone. And I don't want to anymore. Like I want to be, in this nice house, wife and kids. I want that. Like I genuinely want that. But in order to have that, you gotta have better foundation. You gotta have a better mindset. And you gotta want to really strive for those things. And if you don't strive for them, they'll never come. If you never talk about them, they'll never come. If you never ask God for them, they'll never ever come. But you also have to be moving with the same purpose too. You also have to be moving, in that direction. You can't be saying you want these things, but you're going the opposite way. Or you're making your own path in order to get to that way. You can't do that. So this journey will be a good one. I promise you guys, this is just episode 1. Like I said, I just coming in hot. And it's not as hot as you may have thought. Like I'm about to be giving you all the tea, because I can't give you all the tea in episode 1. But I promise you, throughout the journey, it will be up and down a little bit, sad moments, enlightening moments, light bulb moments, and it'll be a good time. I promise you, it'll be a real, real good time. If there's ever anything that I can do to help, the man watching this, the woman watching this, let me know, and I will definitely do it. Definitely help the best way I can. Like I said, I'm not Einstein. I'm not the smartest bulb always, but I'm not dumb either. I consider myself to be a very intelligent man, and I only want to do is give back. I was told a while back, shouts out to my boy David again. I was told a while back that maybe I should go into ministry. And I was like, man, no, I'm not doing no ministry. Like, I'm not doing that. And David always says, well, nobody preaches better than you, Brother Beard. Nobody preaches better than you. And I don't even preach. He just, like, I don't preach. I just talk. And but I give it to you straight, no chaser. And I give you the truth and honest truth, straight, no chaser. And I pride myself on being honest and real with, not only those that I know and love, but, to people that I don't know and love. So I will give you that. You have my promise that you will continue to get the honest, open, and transparency. You will get the vulnerability. You will get the weaknesses. You will get the heartbreaks. You will get the villainous side of me, and you usually get to know me overall as a person. And hopefully, it'll be something that you'll just want to continue on and do. It's a very intimate thing. No music in the background, no anything. It's just me. It's me and you. But again, there is a journey in all of this. There's a method to my madness, and I just want to get my message out there to help someone. So until next time, I got something special for y'all. So I guess next episode will kind of really be episode 1, but this is really episode 1. But I got a treat for y'all for this whole entire thing. So stay posted, stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.